A weathered brown door. The number reads 20.
There we are.
Something smells good. Soup allongio. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's...
Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Okay. What if I don't want to do this?
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
Alright, I think I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Hello? Who is it?
A voice calls out from the other side of the door.
And someone turns down the radio.
Look at the lieutenant first. Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door.
The police? A moment, please give us a moment.
You hear shuffling inside.
Tidying up. Nervously.
Come in, the door is open.
Okay. Let's head inside then. Ooh, a lot of points. Don't run, okay? Take it slow when exploring the apartment. Be respectful. Okay, sure. An empty pack of red Astra cigarettes hidden under the bed. The same brand of cigarettes you found in the trash next to the deceased. Hello, detective. Yeah? Packages of humanitarian aid macaronis. Some leftovers kept warm on the stovetop. Smells like buckwheat and onions here. Window covered in old newspaper clippings. Can't they afford curtains? Oh, this is sad. A chalk-drawn height chart for children's growth over the years. The clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness. Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls. A textbook for high school mathematics, trigonometry mostly. Oh, no running, right, sorry. Anything in here? No, we can't really enter that. Okay. Nothing else to click. Yeah, no, that's it.
It's you from the bookstand.
For a moment she seems paralyzed, just looking at you and the lieutenant. Then she snaps out of it.
She must know you're here because of her husband.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here.
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
How about some small talk before you break the news?
You live here with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
And where's everybody? I don't see anyone home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
He is, yeah.
She swallows visibly.
He still hasn't come home?
No.
She stops.
Why? Do you have any news?
To your knowledge, did he make it to the library?
No. I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home.
She looks at the front door.
It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
What was the name of the library?
Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayro Street. I don't know the official name.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes, if that's the one on Mayro.
It is.
What was he supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
Was it The Glinting Curve by M. Thibault?
Yes.
She becomes unsettled as she says that, her forehead scrunching up into worried expressions. Remind me again what was he wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
What about the inner lining?
Yes. The lining is hand-sewn, it's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
There's something else I have to tell you about.
She folds her hands across her chest.
Okay. 72. I'll still go through the other dialogue first because it's a... You know, it's a red check. I don't want to mess that up. So how have you been?
How have I been? You're not here to discuss me. What is this about, officer?
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more. Get comfortable around her.
Oh, that's bad. I don't think that's gonna make it better. I think we're just gonna have to roll it and cross our fingers.
I
Oh
don't
no.
want to.
But we have to.
I don't want to do this.
I'll turn to Kim. If anything, Kim is gonna help me.
Do what?
Officer,
The lieutenant warns you.
Too late. You ruined it. Just say it now.
Excuse me, what? What did you say?
She's in pain. She's in so much pain. And so are you. Your chest is burning.
we are very sorry to inform you, but your husband, Victor Méjean, was found dead this morning on the Martinez boardwalk.
Oh,
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
oh. But he was just...
She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
I understand that this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. We are very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
What happened to him? Tell me.
He drank himself to death. He fell and smashed his head against the bench. Trust me, ma'am, you don't want to know. I'm gonna go with the second one.
And you just found him there? Lying in the cold.
She shakes her head.
How long had he been there?
It's hard to say. For a few days at least, or very long, ma'am. I'm sorry, for a few days at least.
She doesn't reply. Her eyes well up with tears as she struggles to keep it together. You hear the clock ticking in the children's room.
Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
Yes.
All right. I'll call them.
She breathes in again, trying to steady herself.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
I don't know if did they take his body already? They said they were going to show up. I don't know where they go.
No, I meant where is his body?
He was taken to the city morgue.
Okay, so he's in the morgue.
The local
okay.
coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number, in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still a bit...
She rubs her face, blotchy and numb. I'm not gonna go for the humor thing, I'm gonna say alright, that's it then.
Again, if there's anything we could do for you, then don't hesitate to call the RCM, ma'am.
She just nods, distant and inconsolable. The bed springs rattle beneath her as she begins to shake. These are her last reserves of strength. Her muscles will give in soon to a scream.
I'll take it from here. Thank you.
She points at the front door, breathing fast now, holding herself back.
We should step outside and talk.
Set the library card by her, leave the room. Let's talk to him.
So, the death notification.
I'm sorry, I know I fucked up.
It's alright, don't worry about it.
His eyes wander over the streets.
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
There's not much we can do for them anymore, I'm afraid.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case. There's nothing more we can do here.
Right, let's try to get back to it then.
And, officer, I've seen worse. This wasn't the worst I've seen, okay? Now let's go.
Okay.
I really have, he thinks. She was strong. She made it easy for us.
Okay. So, 58. We still need to get more to remove the Masovian socioeconomics. We can forget that for one skill point. And that one we should probably get rid of as well. But we might try to get some passive encyclopedia checks or something. That's for orb clicking, that's good. Ace is low. That's just that, okay. And left-wing dialogue does give us that, does give us XP as well. Okay, so encyclopedia and left-wing dialogue should be our focus now. Though I don't really know where to get any new dialogue from. But we have to get through there somehow, and we have to like manage to finally intimidate Titus, because we can't just let that rest, you know? This guy we can't interact with, I suppose.
The door is closed again. Nothing to do here anymore. You hear someone inside.
Yeah.
Walking from room to room.
Okay. Anything else? We need just a little something, just a little bit. Just maybe some skill checks or two that we could succeed some missions like that. I still don't know why we're not getting anything from this. Like it's been more than a day. We have to find someone to talk about the tattoos about. Keep searching for the caller despite lacking any obvious leads. This might take some time. Find the way into the secret passage. I'm trying, but I never found anything. And that's all the things we have. Map. Set of tracks, visual, calculus, medium. Okay, you know what? We could go through that sort of thing. The stuff that we initially failed. Whoops. Let's go and check the tracks with the visual calculus. Right, and this one we can't do now because of the Wompty Dumpty Dum thing, right?
Just an ordinary
No,
wall.
we can.
Nothing to see here.
Come on, at some point.
Yeah. Why? It's a wall.
Why must we stop
Yes,
to look
yes,
at
yes,
this wall
yes,
every
yes, 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 Kim. Don't get annoyed. At some point I'll get it. At some point I'll get it. Alrighty. Let's head over to the path. Maybe that stuff gives us some experience as well. But, hey, we'll see. We'll see. That was this, right?
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Okay, visual calculus, reconstruct the movement.
No,
Oh, come on!
these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Please, I just need some skill checks and some successes here, okay? I'm grasping at straws right now. Egghead, physical medium. Andres, savoir-faire, impossible. Abandoned lorry, physical instrument. Abandoned lorry. Abandoned lorry. That was somewhere here, I suspect. That must be the one from the one that belongs to the lady driver, right? That's her lorry. At least I hope it is, because then I know how to find it. Because then it's this one here, right? Let's interact with that.
A lorry abandoned by its owner, stuck in the interminable traffic jam.
Let's open the
The
door.
smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Okay, so one of those
A
had
metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
we looked at the newspaper, right?
It's an issue of Petit Feric from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Wait, can we just look at what it is exactly? Abandoned lorry, physical instrument challenging. It just says what kind of skill check it is. Okay. Pick up
It
the
looks
note.
like an article ripped out from...
Yeah,
The
we
Ulan
had that
frequency
before.
system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but
Push in the pull out
Pull-out toolbox
toolbox.
slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows.
Let's peel off the cover.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
bonne prise.
Okay, let's return the papers under the
Best
seat.
not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick this up later.
The
Okay.
stack of maps looks just like before, barely noticeable. The movie stars look silently by, and the pull-out toolbox has a rubber handle, worn from years of use.
The
You
pedals?
wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has
Right,
been
yeah.
glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. But there's something strange about the passenger seat. The radio transmitter sits on the center console, and the pull-out toolbox lies hidden under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
What about Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the saved stations here?
No, that's on 78.9.
Raise our eyebrows.
I happen to have committed the frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that.
What else is here?
The ghostly actresses and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat.
So,
and
can we
the oddly bulging seat cover.
do something here?
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
I don't see any, like...
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded
skill checks
remains
here.
of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here, on Boogie Street, a mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world, and the camera, too.
Enough of the
The
posters.
actresses and enclosed the rust.
So, I don't know where in that dialogue tree that was hidden. Tommy Lahom, we don't have that great... our empathy stats are not that great. The Hanged Man perception, legendary. The Hanged Man isn't even here. Measurehead, conceptualization, I'm not doing that. Wash basin, hand-eye coordination, that's the shaving thing. The warded door, pain threshold, challenging. Barbell, physical instrument, legendary. Gaston Martin, rhetoric, legendary. Trash container, physical instrument. Lillian, the net picker, suggestion. Church doors, challenging. A cell, empathy, godly. I don't know how helpful that really is. Wait, what was that? Find a way into the secret passage. Yes, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. Find smokes, I don't know where. That's much later today. We could go back and just ask about the signatures, and even if we don't get them, that's fine. Like, maybe we get some experience out of that, because I really need to get this Titus Hardy thing to get the ball rolling again. Because otherwise I think I'm just gonna be stuck here, and I don't want to do that. Like, I even looked at like spoiler-free stuff, like spoiler-free guides on how to do that, and they recommended this drug to me, which sounds sketchy. Hey, the internet recommended a drug to me, but that hasn't paid off so far, right? Psyche raised, but in here we cannot increase that. And it's not increased naturally either, so I don't know where that was coming from. Or did we increase that at some point when the psyche was already raised, which would have probably been unfortunate for us now. Yeah, that's the same authority we have that we already had earlier.
What is it?
So we can't reattempt it. Yeah, it's locked. Discuss 8th Hardy. Confronted about drug trade. Man, had I known that, I would have done those one by one after more and more attempts, but I didn't know that. Alright. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go over to the other side of the river. I'm gonna see if I can find any new, XP point, like XP or something like that, just in case. Because, yeah, we need to get this going. We can't just... Oh, what's that? A sewer grate, a gateway to the river of filth. It sure is, but in this case, I'm glad about this information, because otherwise, like, I wouldn't get anything. Otherwise I wouldn't have gotten that XP point, and every XP point gets us to our goal quicker. There's nothing still here, right? We've seen everything there. Let's rush over real quick. We can't enter here. There's still this one door that we could theoretically crack open that we found, but I do not know, like, I do not think that's a good idea to attempt if we can't succeed it, because that's a red check, and we could lock ourselves out entirely.
Oh, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer?
I was asked to get you your signature.
Are you? This says by signing, I agree to living with construction noise. What exactly is the Union building?
Everard's planning to turn some of the village into a youth center.
What a nice idea. Wouldn't have thought that.
Her voice trails off.
She sounds incredulous about the niceness of the idea.
Thought what exactly?
That Everard and the Union have nice plans for anything. I thought they only cared about themselves. Well, I guess Union members have children too.
And those members have a vote when electing the head of the local chapter.
Yeah. Should we just do that? Like, I think that's our fastest way of getting that.
He has a pen and everything.
She takes it from you, a doubtful look in her eyes, clicks it and places the tip on the paper.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. That per se doesn't give us, like, anything. Wait, we could forge some stuff here as well. What do we have here? Can we open it now? Interact?
You take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40 month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum. Underneath all this, Lillian's signature and an empty line waiting for a signee.
Let's try that.
With a
we
confident
go.
flourish, you complete your forgery. What do you see on the signature line?
The name Isabel Sadie.
Indeed. To be honest, it does look very convincing. The calligraphy is close to superb. It might as well be her actual signature. But it's not, and the document will be nullified if she disputes it. That means Everard will have to start over.
Very good.
All you need to do now is mail the signatures to Everard's accountant in La Delta.
Okay, so we go to a mailbox, mail it, go to Everard. Hopefully that gives us a nice boost of XP. And maybe then we can, as sad as it makes me, unequip the Masovian stuff. Get some more authority. And then talk to Titus Hardy and maybe this time we can convince him. Because I need that. Everything else, like we've done the whole church thing. We need that right now. We need that to push us forwards in the story, because otherwise, at this point, it's sadly like slim pickings when it comes to other things we can do. So we have to do something. We don't care about you. I don't want your jackets. Let's go here. Mailbox. Let's enter it. Let's put it in.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker.
Let's drop the white envelope into the mailbox.
You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud on what sounds like a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon.
Very good.
Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slug, Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him, he won't know before it's too late.
Perfect. Let's run there now. Hopefully that's enough XP for us to finally go ahead in the story, because I want to see where it goes and I want to get it to a good, satisfactory end and not to one where we just toil about and then get slaughtered by mercenaries or something. Because that would be probably the worst way to end this all, by having, you know, what was the name of the mercenary company? You know, to have those two rogue agents from Crenel come in and just slaughter everybody. That would be very bad. I would not like that one bit. But I think that's, you know, to be expected. Wait, did we have anything here? No, just that. Oh, is that stuck now? No, it's gone now. Perfect. I guess, running lock that animation in. But that's okay, let's run here and tell Evrard about it.